I personally believe that with my background, I was raised here, I was a waterman as a kid, my family worked on the water, and I'm a veteran. You cannot win this, my personal opinion is, you cannot win this election with just the base. You can't do it. You have to be able to cut into margins. And the places that I'm going to cut into margins are real simple. The northern neck and middle peninsula, Rob and I are going to split 50-50 because I'm from there, he's from there. I'm pretty well known in the northern neck and middle peninsula. The watermen normally vote straight Republican ticket. But it's amazing what happens when I go to watermen's associations. It's amazing what happens when I meet watermen down at the dock and they feel like they find out who I am and what I did as a kid. I don't become a Democrat or Republican, I become one of us. He's one of us. And the most important thing is, how are we going to cut into margins? I'm telling you, there's 100,000 veterans in this district. I'm going to go after them. I'm an American Legion member. I go to VFWs, MOAs, Military Officers Association, and it's amazing what happens when I walk into the room or I'm in a parade and they find out that I'm a retired Army colonel. Every time I talk to a committee, I come up with the same thing. I ask them the same thing. I'll ask you as Stafford Committee, the Stafford Committee or Spotsylvania, if you as a committee can lock down the base, I mean lock down the base and help me secure the base. And of course, I'm just not going to depend on you. Help me lock down the base. You free me up so I can work on the independents and moderate Republicans. We'll meet in the middle. It's just like a military operation. You come around the left flank, I come around the right flank, we meet in the middle, and guess what? We're going to win. It's just that simple.
2008 was a great year for Democrats. It seemed like we won everything. We were writing the obituary of the GOP. 2009, particularly in Virginia, was very difficult. And if I learned one thing from the Creed Deeds campaign, it's that we have to make sure in a year when the president is not on the ticket that first and foremost, our people are excited about coming out and voting for a candidate, that our people are excited about going out to work and knock doors. I talk about three things that are key to a successful campaign: money, message, mobilization. We've raised over $400,000. We're on track to raise $3 million that it's going to take to be shown in all three media markets in this district and take out a vulnerable Republican incumbent. That's number one. Number two, mobilization. If our volunteer growth continues at this rate, we will be in a position to knock on every door in this district. An unprecedented field operation, and that's what it's going to take to bend the curve and beat Rob Whitman in this district. Number three, the message. Now, I'm a small business owner. I work in education. I'm a CPA. I worked designing accounting systems with the federal government. This is a background that has been very appealing to independent and moderate-minded folks who are so frustrated with what's been going on in Washington. And the way that I know that this is an appealing message is because over 25% of my contributions come from self-identified Republicans. That's with a progressive message, a message that appeals to our base, the people who are going to actually show up and vote in an off-year election. That also appeals with my background in small business and creating jobs and understanding the real-world economy and coming to office not because I want power, but because I want a better future for my daughter and for her children and for their generation. That message appeals to moderate-minded and independent-minded folks. And we've seen that in this campaign, and I think we're going to continue to see that going forward, and that's going to be the path to victory.